Hey everyone, it's Matt with Explore the World with Matt. This video we're going to explore the MSC World America and all that it has to offer in the way of food. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. First thing after boarding, we have to grab a little something to eat, so I went to the buffet. Got some pizza and some other little things to try. It was all good. A couple beers. And my first usual drink is this mango rum frozen drink that I love to get. Then I sat down and enjoyed the view of Miami while enjoying the drink. I actually ended up sitting in the smoking section so I'd have a better view, but I was nowhere near any of the smokers. Dinner on the first night in the main dining room was quite excellent. Had a variety of things on the plate. And as we started eating, the ship was also at the same time departing port. And so you can see Miami starting to go by through the portholes. My main course was prime rib, and I like mine rare. I know some people don't, but it was absolutely fantastic. And a little pistachio type dessert. And continued to look out the window, and we were actually passing the MSC cruise terminal on the way out to sea. Breakfast on day 2, I ate in the buffet. Had some oatmeal, baked beans, eggs, bacon, and a donut. Everything was quite good. Of course, I had to have a little coffee to go with that. Then I went to the coffee shop, and it's beautiful from the outside. It's on the outdoor promenade. Looking at the inside, they've just got some cool architecture and decorations throughout. I tried out the Sea Day brunch on day 2 and started off with some pastries and a muffin. I moved on to shakshuka and a Mexican-inspired egg dish. Dinner that night was in Italy, one of the specialty restaurants, and it really lived up to all the hype. Seated at a nice table, started with bread, brought me olive oil to dip it in. Looking out, this was my view. They do have tables outside, but no one was seated out there. And from my table, I was brought a glass of wine. I did get a specialty dinner package, so this wine was included. Even though I have a drink package, whether you have a drink package or not, you'll get that glass of wine. This appetizer was a seafood appetizer, and it had a variety of seafoods piled up, but I'll be honest, the shrimp were the absolute best shrimp I've ever had. Had an Italian cola to give it a try. Wasn't great, but it wasn't bad, but it's a matter of taste. And then pasta with bolognese sauce, and it was very good. Then they brought me dessert, and it was a lemon flavored dessert. There's a cake inside, and quite tasty, and finished it off with some coffee. And shout out to Havan, my waiter in the restaurant. He was fantastic. Breakfast on day 3 was back to the buffet as we're arriving in the Dominican Republic. Had an egg sandwich, an English muffin, regular muffin, some baked beans, and some bacon. Kept it really simple because I was getting ready to get off the ship. When I got back, I ate a late lunch in the buffet and just had pizza and a burger and some fries. I wasn't super hungry, but had a little something. Then dinner on day 3 was another specialty restaurant. Kaito and I went to the teppanyaki, which the service was fantastic, the setup was great. Got to eat dinner with a bunch of my newest friends that I met at dinner. My dinner started off with sushi and sashimi appetizer. And got Japanese beer, and some sake. Can't go to Japanese without sake. Then they brought out all the proteins for everybody. And they started cooking the lobster tail and the scallop, which is actually part of my appetizer. I paid for the upgrade to the fancier version. And the chef started preparing everything else as well. Getting the vegetables cooked. And then they brought some miso soup while he continued cooking. Was it good? It was miso soup. Then they brought my appetizer, and I had shrimp and lobster and scallop, and it was a fantastic appetizer. Get a little closer look at it. Oh, there's a piece of fish in there too. And of course, he was throwing things around and having a good old time. And now for his little show. Now he served us all some of the fried rice, which obviously was freshly prepared. It was actually kind of hot, so it took a few minutes before I was able to eat it real well. But he obviously was continuing to prepare the proteins for everybody. I had the fancy steak from Japan, and then finished it off. I had to try some Japanese whiskey, which I'd never had before, and it was quite good. I don't know how to compare it. And then ended up with an ice cream type dessert with a little bit of fruit. Even though I wasn't going hog wild on the sugar, I was going to give you a quick peek into the place where you can get lots and lots of sugar. The ice cream parlor, which somehow I managed to get there when nobody was in there buying anything. This was where you could get waffles made up, and that's the chocolate fountain that they could drizzle the waffle with. Then they had loose candy you could buy, and there is also an actual chocolate shop on the ship, which is separate from this. And then breakfast on day 4 went a little more traditional with eggs, bacon, and a pancake. And had a beautiful view looking out from the buffet while I was eating breakfast. Day 4 lunch was another quickie with burger, fries, and a little bit of pizza. Day 4 dinner is in the main dining room again. Started off with a shrimp appetizer, and these were quite tasty, and the sauce really elevated their coconut shrimp, and the sauce added to it. Then on to the main course, and the dessert. One of the few sodas that I actually got on board. I tended not to drink too much in the way of carbonated drinks. Breakfast on day 5. I like the pancakes so much, I got some more pancakes, eggs, and some cereal in the background. I don't eat a lot of cereal at home, and so I wanted to enjoy that, and some chocolate milk, which I don't drink at home either. Then had a late night snack at the, actually this was lunch. Another snack in the way though was, I went to the pizza and burger joint and had a burger, fries, donut, and chicken wings. So that's where you could get pizza, and since I'd been getting pizza in the main dining room or in the buffet, I decided to try the burger part. This was the drink station. There was also ice cream in the background there that you can see. And back in the background is the burger area, which now I'm getting a closer shot, but it's build your own, put what you want on it. Dinner on day 5 was at Butcher's Cut. In the entrance, people could sit on the outside and look down on the promenade, but I did not. I had an inside table. This was looking out from my table. And table setting before we made a mess of it. This was my view looking into the kitchen. So I was near the front of the restaurant, but I got to watch everything going on. I first brought the bread, which was excellent. And this included a glass of wine, which was included in the specialty dinner, because I got the chef's table since I was by myself up front. This was the first appetizer, which were oyster Rockefeller, and these were excellent. Primo was my waiter here, and he also was fabulous. Then you can see the setup, which will give you a hint what my second appetizer is going to be. Obviously need some special tools to consume all of this. And everything here was properly prepared and tasted great. Then they brought me another glass of wine, which was included in the specialty dinner price. And finally, they brought the main course, which was a ribeye and baked potato and broccolini. Broccolini is the only thing that I wasn't overly fond of. It wasn't quite cooked enough for my liking. And then we finished off with a lava cake. Breakfast on day 6 was yet another bowl of cereal. I was really enjoying splurging on this since I don't normally eat it, with some fruit and coffee and some chocolate milk. Again, got a nice view looking out over my breakfast into the ocean. Dinner on day 6 was at Paxos. I forgot to take a picture of the sign. Vanessa was yet another fantastic wait staff member. I was just kind of looking around towards the kitchen area from my table, where I could also see the promenade. and just a slightly different view. I was one of the first people in for the evening seating, so that's why the tables are so empty. As the evening progressed, people did start filling in. Initial setup of the table, and then they brought some pita bread and some yogurt sauces to dip it in. I'd try some uzu, and I'd never actually had it before, which I was kind of surprised, and never knew that it tasted like licorice. Not my favorite flavor, but I did drink it. My seafood appetizer was absolutely magnificent, with the phyllo dough wrapped cheese in the background with some dipping sauce. The main course was lamb, and the baked beans actually were not baked beans like you would think. They were heavily spiced and they're quite good, and some potatoes. And then finished off with some nice dessert. Breakfast on day 7 went with the mixture of there's my bowl of cereal again, and pancakes and eggs and bacon, and had a nice view looking out onto Ocean Cay. Dinner that night started off with a soup, some spring rolls that were prepared quite well, and the sauce was very tasty. And then braised short rib, some nice dessert, and shout out to my wait staff in the main dining room, who I only experienced 3 times, but he was wonderful as well. Probably some more coffee while I was out and about on the ship. And then when it was time to get off of the ship, I did eat breakfast in the main dining room before it was time to get off. I'm gonna say that the food that I had on the entire cruise was absolutely fantastic, and all the stuff that people say out there that the food on MSC is not good, I found not to be true. Breakfast started off with coffee, a muffin, and then eggs Benedict with salmon and oatmeal, and all I can say is don't judge a ship by what people say online. Thanks for joining me today, and now it's just time for my little pitch here. I hope you'll visit me at exploretheworldwithmatt.com. I can help you with all your travel needs, travel information. You don't have to book with me, but give me a chance. I've traveled so much of the world, and I can give you all kinds of advice on different cities, as well as continents, countries, states. I've traveled extensively, and I want to share that information with you. You can also continue to watch my other videos here, and don't forget to like my channel, share my channel with others, as well as subscribe to the channel. You can also leave me comments below if you have any questions. You don't have to contact me directly on my website. You can do it right here on this video. So don't forget to visit www.exploretheworldwithmatt.com.